A Doctor of Science degree in student advocacy. Manda! Luther! And also a master's degree in English.
What?
The man I'm about to introduce today is the man who introduced student struggle amongst the young people of this country. That today thousands of students can master the courage and take on the regime demanding their rights. This is something this character has done for years. This character I'm about to introduce is the father of the Feast Must Fall revolution in Liberia.
Mana!
Long live free tuition, long live. Long live free tuition, long live.
Say yo, don't be these students, say yo.
And it is for its advocates today that Liberia as a nation enjoys the free tuition policy instituted by Dr. George President Manawiya. Manda! Forward! We are trying to run forward! Say yo! Master Party, say yo! Comrade, at this time I would like to instruct the ground forces, men at the barricade, to ensure that all of the entrances leading to this sacred hall is protected and well guarded. At this time, I would like to zoom in the official spokesperson of today, the official messenger of today, the man who will deliver to you the milky message of the Revolutionary National Youth League. And that person is no other person but the vice chair for Operation / Political Education at the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Mighty Congress for Democratic Change. I will let us, militants, to stand as I invite to this podium Fidel Castro, Alvin Wisse Alvin Castro Fidel.
Surrender,
Maibuye.
Liberia.
Liberia. Viva, 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 George Obama, via la gloire de president de viva.
Viva.
Viva, 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 George Yatolenan viva.
Viva.
Viva, 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 CDC, CDC, viva.
Viva.
Viva, 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 Chametana Coco, Dana viva.
Viva.
Viva, 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 Dana Coco, Dana viva.
Viva.
Viva, 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 Koji Tama, Jawase Tama, Koji viva.
Viva.
Viva, 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 Tama, Jawase Tama, Koji viva.
Viva.
Viva, viva, come manito, Lido, Agostino, Manito, viva.
Viva.
Viva, 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 Sama Viva, Gina, viva.
Viva.
Viva, 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 Sama viva.
Viva.
Viva, viva, Natana Folomage, viva.
Viva.
Viva, viva, Natana Folomage, viva.
Viva.
Viva, viva, Gigi Nambe, viva.
Viva.
Yo, Fina Pone, yo. Hands up to the back of Morena, yo. Manda.
Way to.
Way to.
Manda.
Maibuye.
Liberia.
Liberia.
Maibuye.
Reactionary tendency.
Abbas.
Reactionary tendency.
Abbas.
Reactionary tendency.
Abbas.
Rudeness.
Abbas.
Rudeness.
Abbas.
Police brutality.
Abbas.
Police brutality.
Abbas.
Arresting of students.
Abbas.
Arresting of students.
Abbas.
Against our paradise.
Abbas.
Banana Republic.
Abbas.
Banana Republic.
Abbas.
Police administration.
Abbas.
Police administration.
Abbas.
Junta state.
Abbas.
Junta state.
Abbas.
Recklessness.
Abbas.
Recklessness.
Abbas.
Forward. MCSS students, forward. Forward for challenging them, forward. Forward. Motorcyclists, forward. Forward, fight for your right, forward. Amanda. Down. Rebel command, down. TikTok police commander, down. Unpaid police, down. Amanda.
Way to.
Thank you, comrades. Distinguished comrades and friends, permit me to bring you one fraternal revolutionary felicitation and salutation from the full bench of the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Mighty Congress for Democratic Change, by extension the Coalition for Democratic Change. Let me give you militants of the underground affairs, and militants of the ground forces, and combative revolutionary paratroopers. Rare salute for your resilience, rare salute for your gallantry, rare salute for your intestinal fortitude in struggling on the bound of our great movement, the Revolutionary Indomitable Mighty Congress for Democratic Change, by extension the Coalition for Democratic Change. Also, comrades, it's important to also extend revolutionary greetings through the offices of the man who preserves all the tripartite sections of our party, Comrade Chair Janga Abasoko, and the political leader of our movement, His Excellency President John Manawia, presumptive President of the Republic of Broadcast 2029. Comrades and friends, members of the Pope Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Liberia is at a crossroad. The state is in the hands of anarchists. The state is in the hands of the junta leadership. The state is in the hands of old-fashioned Chewy party extension, Unity Party dynasty. The state is in the hands of hostile social forces who are anti the constitution, anti-peace, anti-democracy. The state
is in the hands of agent provocateurs. Agent provocateurs. People who believe in retrogressing the fragile peace and security of our country. And people who believe in plunging the country's fragile democratic space to a stage of yesteryears that led to 14 years of brutal, devastating civil unrest in our country. But what is clear here, Congress, is that in the midst of this preponderance of contradictions, it is incumbent upon revolutionary people, people of the party, people of the struggle, people of the revolution, to emerge on the stage, to arrest the contradictions, place the argument in perspective, and lead the populous people movement into a logical conclusion. And that can only be done by no other entity, no other barometer, no other revolutionary progressive movement other than Liberia's foremost grassroots democratic institution, the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Intermittent Market Congress for Democratic Change. And so on this pedestal, we say salute to Congress Chairperson Emmanuel Moba Johnson and all of the progressive forces, the Secretary General Jefferson Kamakochi, and the progressive forces on the banner of our great movement and institution. We say this to you, comrades, that the arrogance of the Unity Party will be dealt with decisively. The Liberian people, in a determination and quest for a democratic state, put the lives down, 250,000 of them shed blood, they died. But while dying, they were confronting tyranny. They looked in the faces of brutal dictatorships and dictators in our historical epoch and era. If you go back into history, there have been no shortage of Liberian people confronting dictators with bare hands. The data against the two-wheel party, the people, the letters of Dwan Nimlin. Dwan Nimlin, we can remember very well, the struggle against the Ottoman kleptocracy and aristocracy. The two-wheel party received agitation for not only from Dwan Nimlin, but including D12 and all progressive forces at Abba Post and the emergence of the progressive class. Today we have multi-party democracy. We cannot race multi-partyism to one hostile social group that is a reincarnation of the reactionary moribund long-stay conservative party in the name of the Unity Party.
Long live, long live, long live, long live. Ideological progressives, long live.
Long live.
Oh, progressive forces, yo.
And so the people in 1988-12, after the elected Samendo came here, tried to bastardize the resources of the state and circumvent the Constitution, the people again moved one step in history. They reminded though that this country is a country of law, it's a country of the Constitution, it's a country of democracy. You cannot suspend the Constitution and institutionalize martial law that abrogates the fundamental constitutional inalienable democratic franchise of the broader masses of our people. And so they reminded though after April 12, 1980. In the late 1997, the people again whether the emergence of a reckless gambler, a gangster par excellence, Mr. Charles Gangetelo, who tried to obliterate the Constitution and outlaw most of the democratic tenets and precepts. The people again moved into history once more. And then the witness the emergence of the last doctor of the two-wheel party, Ellen Joseph Salif, and the backboard standards of the Unity Party emergence in 2004 and 2005 election. The people stood in a salvo under the banner of the Intermittent Market Congress for Democratic Change. So, the reminder that the last daughter of the two-wheel party, that our ancestors, the forefathers, confronted your ancestors. And so we are now going to allow you to masquerade and parade with the cultural impunity. And so the populous people movement began to emerge from Dole community of Clariton, Lukutan, from the 15 sub-political divisions, and the amalgamated conscious efforts and forces along the balance of the Intermittent Market Congress for Democratic Change. So, in the fight for social justice and academic freedom, The people who were in the world that agitating, they came to power in 2017, and later on gave the masses of the people the sense and the meaning to democracy. They built schools, the electricity, they declared free education. They uphold the fabric of our democracy. And after the people again in their democratic right chose a man that is being referred to in history as a historical mistake, whose ascendancy to the presidency is by historical accident, Wakai. And yet, are we today Congress? The masses of the people are now confronted with Joseph Nwabaka, a moment of embarrassment and a wholesale contradiction to the motherland, wasted for the 2 years in government. Here are the contradictions, Congress. Follow me, members of the folk, as the distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to go through the press release that has been crafted and well written by the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Integrity. Coalition for Democratic Change, Revolutionary National Youth League, Banners Compound, Torment Boulevard, Combatant, Monrovia, Liberia. March 25th, 2025, press statement. CDC Youth League condemns Supreme Court's denial of motorcyclists' petition, stands in solidarity with MCSS students, and exposes Nimot's workers' meter report as a political cover-up. Fellow Liberians and members of the folk estates, Americans and countries of the Indomitable Mighty Congress for Democratic Change. So, the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Coalition for Democratic Change is disheartened by the recent Supreme Court ruling denying the petition filed by Solidarity and Trust for a New Day stand on behalf of motorcyclists and keke riders. This decision effectively upholds an unjust and oppressive ban that continues to suffocate the livelihoods of thousands of young Liberians who depend on these means of transportation to survive. The Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Mighty Congress for Democratic Change has opposed these restrictions on grounds that they constitute a deliberate economic assault on struggling Liberians who are simply trying to earn an honest living. The government's failure to review and lift these arbitrary bans, now supported by a disappointing judicial ruling, is a vivid exposure of systemic neglect of the rights and freedoms of our people under Joseph Nwabaka, the reckless octogenarian. Fellow Liberians and members of the press, distinguished militants and cadres of the Indomitable Mighty Congress for Democratic Change. So, the youth league want to call on the government to immediately reconsider the policy and take urgent steps to reintegrate motorcyclists in the transportation network. We demand fair, regulated, and just conditions for their operations over this reactionary ban. We call for an end to targeted oppression of motorcyclists and keke riders across the landscape. The Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Mighty Congress for Democratic Change reaffirms its solidarity with the motorcyclists and support every action they will be taking in the coming days to seek redress of their grievances in demand for the rights and their freedom to movement. Furthermore, the Youth League expresses full solidarity with the students of the Monrovia Consolidated School System, MCSS for short, who have been forced to protest due to teachers laying down their trucks over unpaid salaries. It is a disgrace that in a country where education is declared a priority Students are denied access to learning because the government cannot meet its basic obligation to educate us. This process is a proof of the Barker's administration's failure to prioritize education and youth development.
Forward, 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 solidarity forces, forward, forward.
The Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Party Congress for Democratic Change categorically condemns the police brutality being unleashed against these students, armless, struggling, economically dispossessed students for the masses of our people, and call for the immediate release of the over 7 students who were arrested, imprisoned, and incarcerated by the untrained, unenlightened barbarians masquerading under the banner of the Liberia National Police.
Yo, we need a student. Yo. The student that was
The Youth League demands this government to ensure MCSS teachers receive their salaries immediately so that students can return to their classrooms. The Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Party Congress for Democratic Change already categorically rejects the deceptive Barker Meetup report published by United Partisan Eddie Jabo on the Battle of Nigo, which distorts fulfillment of promised by the regime of this first year. This so-called assessment is nothing more than a political shield designed to protect Bakai, from accountability. Fraught with many contradictions and deceptions, the report deliberately inflates government's achievements and ignores key failures. It also refuses to hold the UP regime responsible for the worsening economic and social conditions in Liberia, even when the current incompetent foreign minister will say, let's pray for Liberia, and he will say things are worse and things will continue to be worse on his administration.
Down, prayer being economy, down.
Nobody need more down.
Fall, we are no mistake. Fall, we are no mistake. So, CDC, definitely, so yo.
Fellow Liberians, these are the truths behind Nebos Barker Meetups report. Here are the truths. 1. Only 5 out of the 106 promises, which is 4%, have been completed. Unfortunately, a partisan of the United Party operating on the skies of Nigo, Eritaro, attempt to mask this failure by categorizing 80 promises as ongoing without providing any measurable benchmarks. 2. 17 promises remain not rated due to lack of data. This directly exposes the government's lack of transparency and accountability. 3. Major sectors like agriculture, education, health, and infrastructure remain in crisis, including being under-supported. But a partisan, Eli Jabo, who masquerades as covert operator on the banner of Nebo, reported that things are on a trajectory and things are making progress under the Barker's administration. Fellow Liberians, the youth league of the CDC challenges Nebo to to explain why.
Amanda! Amanda! Pendant mon esprit, Jawa, il dit esprit Moses, je ne sais pas, on peut pas qu'il y a des you're the men that UP operated, yo. Luta.
This UP operated will explain why his report fails to address key economic indicators, including the rising cost of living and inflation, which are leaving ordinary Liberians into abject poverty and destitution. He must ask us, he must explain to us why unemployment, which remain high all time under this administration, with no serious job creation policies. 3. The reckless increase in government borrowing, which is pushing Liberia to financial instability. Amidst crisis in the health sector, the teachers demonstrating civil servant salaries are yet to be increased. This operative of the Unity Party will concoct a draconian law in an attempt to sacrifice the parochial interest of the gangster bosses.
Reaction narrative. Reaction narrative.
We refuse to accept this politically motivated deception. The Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Market Congress for Democratic Change calls for an independent audit of all so-called ongoing projects and demands a transparent and honest assessment of the Baka administration's first year performance. We call on NAMO and the Zora of the Unity Party through its operating editorial to stop the misinformation and propaganda and do the needful in 72 hours ultimatum to bring actuality, accountability, and transparency to civil society movement. The Indomitable Revolutionary National Youth League of the Market Congress for Democratic Change is committed to exposing government failures and standing with the Liberian people all time. We call on all Liberians to join us in rejecting deception and demand justice. Let us unite in holding this regime accountable so that it does not continue to wreak havoc on the nation and the masses of our people. We remain steadfast, we remain resilient, we question the yellow machines cannot get. Let's start following minister and the $24.2 million dollars, and the youth league will do everything to require sanctity and to restore democratic order and the current political order and dispensation. Done and issued by the Revolutionary National Executive Committee under the banner of the National Youth League of the Indomitable Market Congress for Democratic Change. Thank you all so much.
Oh, Congress, never, 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 never.